I fuck with Shepard. Kenny G is really
Oh,
questionable
nah.
after that performance. Like, fuck his touchdown because that nigga ran a comeback backwards.
He's still talking about
Because, bro, I don't know. I'm a receiver, bro. In high school, they told me, but you never run a comeback like backwards. Like that shit is always
What
break
was that,
outside.
bro?
So like that, just to see it in a Madden game where it's the NFL where he ran a comeback inside, it just threw me off so much. Like, and it's probably gonna throw me off until I go and practice and like just see how many times he's gonna do that. Because if that's the regular thing that he's gonna do now, I will never run a comeback again, ever.
I
Like,
need to get a new joystick, bro. This shit be doing anything.
I don't know if just run complete out routes or something, or curls, stop routes and throw them outside or something like that. That shit.
Look, there, number 6 offensive points per game versus the number 7 offensive points per game.
Daniel ain't do too bad though. I actually wasn't mad at like
Number
pick
10
sixes.
offensive pass yards per game versus number 2 offensive pass per game. Number 2 offensive rush per game versus number 4 offensive rush per game. Man, both of our defenses is terrible.
But that's what I'm hearing. Like my defense get picks and shit, but we don't like stop people from scoring. Like, that's good.
22 versus 26, 29 versus 31, 23 versus 30.
But you put up 40.
I'm
Like,
last in defensive passing yards per game.
my defense should not be excited. Saquon leading in rushing now, but I am 3 more carries than Tyson Williams. That's back-to-back games with 22 and then 21 carries.
With Tyson?
You got 40 carries for 347, 3 touchdowns. Saquon got 43 carries for 350 and 5 touchdowns. So I got 3 more yards, 3 more carries, and 2 more touchdowns. That's just goal line
Tyson
shit.
hanging with Saquon right now? True.
Well, look,
He is hanging with Saquon
and
right
then
now.
J.K. Dobbs 20 carries
And then
behind,
JK,
but he's right there.
With the yards,
one game.
the yards is literally only 100 behind
100 yards.
Tyson.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
I guess he's still who he is in the
But
running
he still
game.
only got 20 carries though, so am I really mad at that though? Not really. Like, somebody just gotta stop the run.
Right? I swear.
Because I ran the ball 22 times and then 21, and I have no shame in it because I threw the ball 18 times and then another like 24 times. Like, I'm still throwing that bitch. It's just Saquon.
William Jackson 12 solo tackles. That's not good.
Nah, for real.
Alrighty. We back at it right now. Week 1. Junkie Center, man. This is our ESPN. This is our... No Stephen A. Smith, though. And if there's anybody on here, Stephen A. Smith, they not on. That would be Boom. Boom would be Stephen A. Smith. This is that kid, the hitter show.
Skip.
Alleyway.
Skip.
This is AntHits Max.
Skip.
And we got R-double-O-B. You know what I mean? R-double-O-B. Rob. Let's go. But I do want to talk about this NFC East because it is crazy over there. Off air, we kicked it a little bit. Giants and football team played today in a thriller overtime game, man. We also had week 2 Sunday night football with the Chiefs and the Ravens. And if you thought the real game was off the hook, then you would have enjoyed the game on Madden and Junkies League. Rich the Barber came to play. He had them Chiefs looking like the Chiefs in real life. Simple as that. But we did get through week 1. Games was played. First of all, Hitter, can we talk about the top performers so far in the league right now after 1 week of football?
Yeah. We got Patrick Mahomes leading the league with 847 yards passing, 8 touchdowns. So that's for every 100 yards he got a touchdown.
Man, and 71%. So he is throwing the ball at a high level right now. He
high level.
Playing God football right now. I mean, he's sub-zero, bro. At the end of the day, that's what he is, sub-zero. I like Patrick Mahomes, and I think he's in good hands with Rich the Barber. You know, just because the Chiefs are 0-2 right now, to me, doesn't mean anything. We saw the Chiefs. They got to get a stop, man. They the Chiefs in real life. What it come down to is their defense, bro. Simple as that. They went down to the Browns in that game, 21-0, off of turnovers. You know, they was excited, throwing the ball to Reek deep. You know, Boone was already prepared for that. And then he settled in the second half, and he made it a shootout. I mean, Boone couldn't stop him. He went from the mad as hell that Tyreek Hill was running by everybody like that. But so far in 2 games, watching Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes work this offense, he's unstoppable. And Rich is using him the right way right now. So at number 1. But I knew we got our number 2 passer in the league right now. Completion percentage. I heard the man got benched. 61%. That's not bad for Taylor Heinicke. 502 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns.
He didn't get benched. He got tired.
Got tired. Okay.
Yeah, that Giant defense was hawking them all game. Really putting that pressure on them, and them big bodies would lay on them once they got them to the ground.
And he just got up and said, "Look, man, take me under the blue tent real fast. Let me talk to a couple of y'all. It's not that I'm hurt. It's just I don't feel like playing anymore. The shit hurts." But not that type of hurt. Like, I'm not out because I'm hurt, broke an ankle, sprained this, ACL, none of that. I'm hurt because these motherfuckers keep falling on me, bro. What the hell going on out here? Man, let RG3 run around and break his knee again. Fuck that. But he is 61%, 502 for unlikely quarterback. I mean, he obviously had to take the starting role. Fitzpatrick was never going to see a down for Coach Hitter at all. Taylor Heinicke, I mean, he's second in the league now. Granted, everybody didn't play their week 2 games, but we're talking about the top performers right now. And then the third one is Josh Allen. They did take a loss against the Steelers. Najee Harris proved to be too much for that team. 26-21 was the ball game over there. We will talk about stats and stuff when I get to it. But Josh Allen got a 74% completion rate. I expected him to have a high completion percentage. What about you, Max?
Yeah, who's the coach for the Bills again? Remind me.
The old Bears coach.
Bears, yeah, I
Bill
definitely
Wall
expected,
style player.
I expect a high completion offense, but maybe he's still just trying to make sure he can work out certain kinks with Josh Allen in these first couple of weeks before he full-fledged gets him into that Bill Wall system. Just seeing what he has to offer right away.
Right. I agree. 498 passing yards, and he looked like he played both of his games. I don't know if he won. We'll get over to the standings and all that stuff. I can see the scores here right now. He got aired, and I'm hoping to God that he doesn't check out right now. Young Camden kicked his ass over there. We'll get to that though. All right, so in the run game, rushing leaders right now, carries in 2 games, 43 for Saquon Barkley. Tyson Williams, surprise name up there. Like, all right, Hitter, did you expect Tyson Williams after the J.K. Dobbins trade can be able to be a legit running back for these Ravens?
Definitely. I had the pleasure of seeing him in real life when J.K. Dobbins went down in real life, and the boy's special. He got all the attributes that you would want in a young running back, and he just needed the type of coach that would utilize his talents.
And then he got a second gear, bro. That second gear is serious too, man. And I think the more he plays, the better he gets. So he's holding it down for the Ravens backfield right now, Tyson Williams. And then the third running back on his list who only played 1 game and got numbers like out this world, J.K. Dobbins. So first of all, J.K. Dobbins went to the Patriots. The Ravens made a trade. They took Sean Wade back and got a 3rd-round pick, Tavon Young, and J.K. Dobbins went to the New England Patriots. We talked about the New England Patriots having a strong offensive line. All they was missing was a running back. Is that something that the league didn't want to see? Coach Nano with a running back.
Yeah.
To be honest, Like when you said that, like when people noticed, like, oh yeah, the Patriots don't got no running back. Everyone like, well shit, what's Nano gonna do?
Yeah.
And then he just gets a running back, and it's just as simple
fast
as that.
too. And that was the. I mean, I got DMs like, oh, he ain't gonna be doing shit. He asked with no running back. He ain't got no running back over there.
I know people
like,
was probably just thinking it subconsciously without saying anything. Like they saw Nano's getting the Patriots. Oh, let me go check his route. Let me go.
I think without a running back, it was Nano probably gonna be in tank mode year 1. And then he gets that running back, and not only the surprising thing was he used more than just J.K. Dobbins. I mean, they team in week 1 against the Dolphins, they rushed for over 300 yards. They was killing them on the ground, bro. But they also, they carried the ball a total of 35 times in that game too, between 3 running backs. They got your old boy over there, Rodder, man, Hitter.
Yeah.
Think that's a good 1-2 punch to have right now, J.K. Dobbins and Rodder, man.
Yeah, especially with that type of offensive coordinator, it's a perfect match.
All right. So they're your top 3 rushing leaders. Let's go to Saquon Barkley, man. Saquon coming off that horrendous knee injury. I thought Saquon would start off shaky because of the knee injury. He didn't though. He came out flying. And they would you call it an upset over the Broncos, or is that prematurely saying that? Because I do think we didn't pick him to win. I think one person stuck with him, and I think it was Craig. Everybody, nah, you know what? I was the only one that went with him.
Nah, yeah.
I didn't go with you. I went with the Broncos. Yeah. Craig and Shoguns went with the.
I don't remember what Nano said though.
Yeah. All right, so. But I've been saying this from day one, since the league started. Saquon Barkley is one of the best, if not the best, running backs in the game right now. And if he can get him going, we can see, the real Danny Dime stand up. Simple as that, right? So obviously the run game is there. 43 carries, 350 yards. I think he's leading the league right now, rushing yards.
Yes.
With 350 over 2 games, 5 rushing touchdowns. And as you talk right now, just in the passing leaders and the rushing leaders, we are seeing a lot of NFC East guys in the building right now. Nobody would have expected Taylor Heineke to be up there at all. Now, when you get to the receivers right now, man, is the way Tyreek Hill is playing right now. Are we looking at over 2 games the MVP of the league?
If he don't win MVP, he'll definitely win Dick Rider.
He might be like 1 or 2. You would say like.
Did he say he definitely win Dick Rider? Oh God, yes sir. That's what he gonna do. He gonna dick ride this shit out. He came out first play of the game throwing bombs on me. Oh my God.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Though, yeah.
Nah, you can't blame him. That shit reek. And then you
look at the receiver leaders.
Kelsey was at 3. I was about to say Kelsey was at 3rd.
Hey, you look at the receiver leaders right now. You looking at arguably 2 of the fastest wide receivers in the league right now. 1 and 2.
Feel me?
1 and 2. I think
and they're there for a reason.
Yeah, Marquise, his yards per catch is probably nuts. 5 catches, 219, 3 touchdowns, fucking ridiculous. He is running by guys. And then we got tight end Mike Gesicki. Oh my God, for the Dolphins. Young Camden got a guy up there. Shout out to Young Camden with the tight end on deck. We thought, because look, man, Rich the Barber is playing really good with Kelsey at tight end as well too. I just got out of a game with him. That guy got him the football. I will say this. Rich the Barber look like the Chiefs in real life, bro. Like, they look like they're not going to run the football too much. They will run it if they have to, and just to keep you honest a little bit. But they are going to throw the RPO game, a lot of short, quick slants, and get the ball out fast. Yeah, and then let it go and let Tyreek be Tyreek, man. At the end of the day, man, when with the bazooka not activated or activated, it's just the Patrick Mahomes is Sub-Zero. This guy could throw the ball and he could throw it the whole field, and then he got a guy with that type of speed that you can't overthrow him. So I mean, he threw a bomb against me. I mean, granted, Patrick Queen was locked on him and the safety was over top, and he outran and outthrew the coverage, bro. It was just nuts.
He did that drag route for like at 4 yards, took it for 11 yards. But
yeah, took it for 11, bro.
He threw it like so far in front of him that Tyreek was just able to really go run and get that shit and just keep running. Like,
I mean, we saw him roll all the way out to the right and fling that bitch all the way across the backfield to Travis Kelce. Just fling that bitch.
Some Pat Mahomes shit. Literally flung his shit from the right sideline all the way to the left hash and then some. Like, what the fuck?
I'm excited because I think that division could get really sticky as well. All right, so let's look at you got Tyreek Hill at 1, Marquise Hollywood Brown, and then the tight end. Now we get over to the defensive side of things right now. Now I don't know who Emmanuel Agba play for right now, but he is leading the defense alignment right now and 4 sacks right now. He's getting to the quarterback. I mean, Chandler Jones got 2, and then Eddie Goldman for the Bears got 2. From the D tackle spot. That's huge. Who is Emmanuel Agba? A Dolphin, ain't he?
Defense. I think
he's a Dolphin.
Hold up. Damn, it's taking forever to load the stats. Here we go. Yeah, he's a Dolphin.
Dolphin with 4 of them things, so he getting to the quarterback as well. Dolphins got a young defense mixed with some veterans. That's going to be a problem eventually. So I like, man, some of these divisions is about to key up and really be tough, bro. I think we did a hell of a job when we get to it. All right, so Eddie Goldman from the D tackle spot with 2 sacks, and then you got Chandler Jones doing what Chandler Jones do. I think he's going to have a lot of sacks all year, especially when Falk can get to it. Here's why. You got J.J. Watt either going to play, and you know Falk's moving J.J. Watt to the D tackle. So you got those two guys, Chandler coming off the defense end and J.J. Watt up the middle. I think that's going to be a problem all year. You got two veteran X factors on your D line that's going to do some dirt and damage to a lot of teams, man. So we shall see what that's going to be about. Now, the interception leaders. Jair Alexander has 3. Jamil Dean for the Bucks has 3, and he did that in one game. And then you got Darius Slade Jr. with 3. Let me ask you, Hitter. The Philadelphia Eagles traded for Marcus Peters. They swapped first with the Ravens and got Marcus Peters to go along with the shutdown corner they had already over there. I mean, how scary is that? Does that give them the top tandem corners in the league?
I would have to do some research, but it's definitely a scary combination.
I mean, they clamp. Now, granted, the Falcons threw their young quarterback into the fold, and they kind of like threw him out there to the wolves and said, "Let's see what you got." And he went out there, and we saw Coach DC 404. It looked like Coach DC 404 in real draft. No disrespect to it, but I don't know if we're gonna give him the way. You know what, Rob? You played him. Do you think it's just because he played the quarterback that he played, Felipe? What's his name? Felipe.
He didn't play Matt Ryan.
I can't say. Listen. What I can say about Coach DC 404 is he made the right choice. Felipe's mobile. A lot of times he bailed him out of a lot of situations where everything was covered up. He was able to get loose.
Okay.
Where he messed up was he forgot who he was playing. So like he tried to make a lot of error throws. Where I could undercut the pass. Like rolling to your left and trying to throw across your body, like stuff like that. Like
right. When you got shut down corners on both sides of the defense, where the square receivers at and the circle, you ain't gonna be able to get that off. These guys can hold down.
No. It's just not the X in the circle either. It's the square and the triangle.
It's the X, the triangle, the R1.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this secondary. You can't sleep on Steven Nelson, Avonte Maddox, and then he got people coming off the bench that can really fill in the role too if they're in the right position.
Right.
DBU.
I was about to say
DBU.
Yeah, right
I was screaming that during the game too. No cocky shit. Everybody out there got an interception. I know that much. So
we're gonna get to the tackle leaders real fast before we get into some things. So Logan Wilson, right outside linebacker with 14 tackles, 12 solos. You got cornerback William Jackson the third. Where'd he go? Is he playing for the football team?
Football team?
Yeah, he on the football team.
He got traded
18 tackles,
they signed him this offseason.
18 tackles, 12 solos. He balling right now. Ernest Jones.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good stat.
Nah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, that means either the receiver catching a whole lot of football in front of him and he motherfucking making a lot of tackles, or he's playing to run really well. You might be facing guys. I mean, come on, Saquon Barkley, how many carries did he have? 20?
21.
Yeah.
21? All right.
21.
And he did run a couple of. He had to run Saquon down a couple of times. Yeah.
Your first game got forced loss, right? So that means the computer played on 15 minutes. So I can see that. I can see 18 tackles, 12 solos. You know they're gonna play the long game when you sim it. So I can see that. I can see I can see that 18 to 12. I don't think that means he getting beat up on. You tell me. Is he people throwing the ball at his neck right now, and they catching? Are they successful throwing at him?
No. He's not the weak link in the secondary.
All right. I would venture to say when you look at all y'all secondaries over there, even the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys probably got the youngest. Everybody got some things going on over there. Let's get into that before we get into games and scores and who did what. Y'all division is nuts, bro. Like I mean, I would say you got good coaches over there, and I think it's safe to say this about Snake. He's going to be a hell of a GM, and he's going to always be there during the offseason and busting moves. How locked in will he be playing his games? I think he has the off the field stuff locked down, but on field he has to find an identity with them Cowboys. We'll start with his team first right now, man. And I'll ask all three of y'all because y'all all got to face them. When y'all gotta load up and line up with these Cowboys right now, what's the first thought that comes to your mind? I'll start with you first, Rob. When Philly got to play the Cowboys, that's a hell of a rival game right now. And first think about this question in two parts: the coach and then the team. What's the first thing that pop in the mind when you think about these Cowboys?
Well, you talking about the coach? He's cerebral. He's really smart. If he tunes in, if he focuses up, he can give anybody a run for their money. So you can't discredit that.
Right.
When it comes to the game being played, your key points of focus need to be Zeke, CD, and Parsons.
Like I like that too, but then you got Zeke aging with Tony Pollard over here.
Yeah, it depends if Zeke's even there by the time we play. Yeah, like the ages. Amari Cooper.
I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm gonna jump out the window.
There you go.
He got the best team in this division
right now. Yeah, like right now, definitely. Yeah, right now.
Bar none. He got the best team.
So you saying if he coming?
Don't get me wrong.
So if you saying if he come in fourth place in this division, he failed.
Yeah,
I can't say that because if he blows the shit up, then like he don't got the best team.
I mean, it's not, bro. Nobody's gonna be able to blow nothing up at this point.
If he leave this team like it is right now, and he is not one or two,
fourth place should not be an option. Yeah, at all.
Yeah, if he's not one or two and losing one by a game or two, something wrong.
Right. I agree.
I'm gonna ask you this. Eagles, do you got 292 overall linemen?
Oh shit!
292 overall linemen.
He might though. Lane and
Lane Johnson and Kelsey.
He got veterans.
Yeah, Lane and Kelsey. Yeah,
he got three of them.
Yeah.
No, he got two.
Three.
He got Brooks and Kelsey.
88. Yeah.
No, Lane is an 88.
Superstar too.
Oh, Lane's an 88. Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brooks is a 92, and Kelsey's a 91.
All right. But any of y'all got a running back in the backfield that got 93 speed, 94 excel.
Hold on. Yeah, it's the Eagles. Let me look at the running back because
Barkley's 92.
He got a mediocre running back.
Barkley 92, 93. So
that hurt.
No, I'm just saying. When I say mediocre, I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about. I'm comparing Miles Sanders to Zeke.
Yeah.
You gotta go Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell to Zeke and Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, yeah, that's the Zeke Tony Pollard 1-2, like bar none.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, and Tony Pollard really is like the wild card because like he's talented as fuck.
You gotta. It depends on how you gonna use him. That's the
exactly.
That's the whole thing. Can this coach do what he need to do with this football team? Because obviously. You got a strong line. It ain't the old Great Wall of the Dallas Cowboys, but it's still, up to par. And you got Ezekiel Elliott, who's an X factor. It doesn't matter that he dropped in speed. It doesn't matter that he was too fat. He lost the weight. He's ready to play right now. And just that X factor alone can put him in a situation, right? And then you got to change your pace back with the other one.
Zach Martin is 100 overall. Come on now.
Oh my God, I ain't even.
He's 100 overall. He's 100 overall.
But it come down to this. If he can run a football game, if he can run the ball, he'll be good. But look, he got one of the better receiver cores in the league.
He don't even gotta
now.
pass the ball though. Like as far as what I'm seeing, if Saquon can be this successful, he has Zeke and Pollard. He ain't with that line. He don't gotta pass the ball that much. Like,
but these receivers can match up with any corners in your division.
Literally, and when he does drop back to pass, he's got a Gallup, Mari, and a fucking.
All these guys are number one. They all number one receivers right now, bro. Like,
and then Simi on the cut, in the cut.
Like, he's currently trying to unload Gallup, so I don't see.
Well, yeah. That was rumors. Gallup's trying to get him.
Now, do y'all think? I mean, we all proud to see Colin Kaepernick back in the league and all that, but is this the place he's supposed to go? I mean, is this where? I mean, why?
This is Dak's team, man. Like that.
Yeah.
No.
Like this is fucking publicity stunt, or this is I'm gonna get him and somebody gonna need a quarterback.
Yeah, Jerry Jones might just be on that shit.
No, Jerry Jones like, all right, everybody used to be Cowboy fans and say they not Cowboy fans no more because they think I'm racist. Well, I just went and got the blackest of the all blackest. Calvin, the guy that goes against the grain, talking about shit we don't want to talk about. But anyway, he got him. But I don't think this move was the GM coach Snake. This was one of these moves.
Definitely.
Because he knows somebody need a quarterback, and he knows he's going to get something for that quarterback. The problem is people ain't beat right now. It's hard to move. It's hard to do some things, and you got to be strategic when you do bust moves. So who's going to give him what for Colin Kaepernick? But he don't give a fuck because he'll take anything for him. Callen is one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now.
He better than all three of the quarterbacks in the rest of the division.
In the NFC. I was just about to say he's better than all three of the other quarterbacks in the NFC East right now. Like Colin Kaepernick.
That shit crazy, and he gonna just sit there and be a distraction while the national anthem on. Jerry gonna be up there snapping like, "Look at this motherfucker! We told him all he had to do is stay in the locker room until that shit was over. He's still coming out here taking a fucking knee, disrespecting our military." Ain't that the main thing they say? Anyway, we know he got the offensive line. I'm not sold on the tight ends over here, but I've done this a million times. We went through teams already, right? I want to know, Max. When you line up and have to face these Cowboys, I need your honest thought here, man. This is thoughts from a G conversation. One, I'm gonna ask you a two-part question. Is there anything that you got to prepare for where you could feel like a little bit of like, I gotta be wary, not fear, but wary when I play this coach with this team?
Yeah, the main thing that bothers me is the run. And I'll say it because his offensive line versus like the semi-young of my defensive line / outside linebackers can pose a really big problem if Zeke is going downhill. Because I ain't gonna lie, like that nigga Zeke is heavy.
Fat boy.
He gonna go forward. And then if you hit me with the switch up with Pollard out the like, it can get bad. Like, I can see the plot right now, me screaming at the TV. We can't fucking tackle Zeke and Pollard. Like, that's it. We can't tackle. The receivers was so-so. Like I said, we go against good receivers every week, it feel like. But good running backs can really drag this game at this point, is what I'm feeling. And a good line. Because I've yet to see a line like this and go against it yet. Like, my first game is against the Broncos, and then the football team. Football team's line is decent. One superstar, all-star, all-pro, Brandon Sheriff. This has three or two potential, like, all-stars, all-pros that won. Three, because Lyle Collins. They have three people that have been all-pros on this roster. 390 offensive linemen. Like, with the nice backs they got, it can just steamroll. And then on the other end,
wow, I like that. I like that too.
The other end, I'll literally say the defensive end, I gotta watch out for the front seven, but the main thing.
I mean,
the
linebacker core is one of the top linebacker cores in the league right now.
And Parson makes
it
like
get Cameron Jordan from the Saints.
Yeah.
With DeMarcus Lawrence.
And then now I'm looking at it now. This Cameron
Jordan.
This Cameron Jordan shit
Lawrence,
might be, that shit might be like federal, because then you got Randy Gregory when one of them get tired, or like Cameron Jordan, God forbid he get bumped down somewhere, like, oh God. Like,
I mean, he do need help at the D tackle, but what you mean bump one down? He could put one of these guys. If I'm him, Cameron Jordan is starting D tackle for me. Lawrence and Gregory at the end. And then you solidify that D line. Right? And that linebacker core is serious. So all right, so I'm gonna ask this question is for Hitter. Would I be wrong if I said, let me make sure I say this the right way. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to play him out, because we're kind of talking about him as a coach. Would I be wrong if I say the same way I look at Harold Burgess coaching those Green Bay Packers, he either can figure it out or fuck it up? Can I say the same thing about Coach Snake with these Cowboys?
You wouldn't be wrong.
All right, give me your take on that. You got the floor.
I'm looking at this defense. Right, that's my main concern when I line up against these Cowboys.
Okay.
He got the corners to match up with any wide receiver in the league, without them being great. Now they're not great, but they can match up. Now hear me out. They can match up.
They can run with
He got the secondary. He got the safeties. They won't get beat over the top. They're not super slow. They're not great, but they're not super slow. The linebackers they gonna fill in the gaps.
They got
and then he put in pieces on the D line.
Right.
Now when you come to the NFC East, games are won and lost on defense.
On defense, simple as that.
On defense, yeah, because the offense gonna do what they do. We got full bangers. I ain't gonna hold you. We got full bangers.
We got 4 banger offenses for sure.
Offense. Yeah. When I play, when I'm on my shit, I can. I'm methodical and I try to put shit together. I can be the best, but you know, I'm also a loose cannon. Now,
Yes,
when you play the Giants and the Eagles, they're not gonna give you that. They might give you a little, you know, little tidbit. Take this, and then after that, okay, I got you now. You eating the dirt. You eating my bait, and they're gonna wheel your ass in, and they're gonna tear you apart slowly.
Slowly, I agree. Good take, man. Shit, he on fire right now.
And then they do that with a team that's not the best team on the game, starting off. So just imagine when they develop these players that they're building.
All right, so Rob, I'll ask you this question too. When you look at your team, and you first grabbed that Eagles team, and you looked at your roster overall without even making a trade and all this, did you look at your team and say, "Fuck, I got holes all over the place"?
I looked at my team. I say holes all over the place. I definitely like my secondary. When I first got them, I'm like, nah, this can't go down, because the way it was looking, it looked like motherfuckers gonna be able to line up against me toe to toe and bomb the hell out of me.
Max, when you looked at your roster as an overhaul, when you looked at your team, did you look at this team and be like, "Fuck, I got work to do"?
Giants fan speaking, so I already know that we got work to do, but I know that it's manageable because last year, like, I'm real life Giants fan, so I've seen us win and lose games being this ass, and the games that we lose, sometimes we supposed to win. We just got bad coaching, and this is real life Spectrum. So take it to Madden. We got the pieces to win games. We just got to put that shit together and not play like ass. Point blank period.
Hitter.
And block somebody.
When you grab the team, your favorite team, when we start leagues, nobody gets to watch the football team but you. When you come into the mix and you got to start over after knowing what you've built in all the other leagues and moving from this to this, are you looking at your team like, fuck, we got a little ways to go here?
Oh, definitely. You know, another real life user of the team that I love. So I know what the football team has, and I know what they don't have. So coming in, I try to, you know, I'm not a big trader, so I see what I can find in the free agency, and I try to utilize what I have, and don't put too much expectation on my team, and just let them go out and do what they do.
No doubt.
If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose.
Now, when you take a look at the NFC East, again, you guys said you grind it out. It starts with the defense over here. It is weird because when you think about the Giants and their defense at right now, that what we see right now, what's the standout part of their defense? Is it the front seven or the back four?
I say back four.
The back four.
I
agree.
All right, so now take me to a walk, because you have a million corners on this team right now and some great safeties as well. I think you have. All right, so talk to me. Why is the back four the best part of your defense?
The versatility at corner is kind of like dumbfounded at this point. Like, there's no situation necessarily where I can look at it and be like, we don't got a corner for the job. It's more about finding the corner. So having the too many problem versus like where some people don't have enough puts us in a very good safe situation as far as cornerback. And we got youth. Bradbury, the only one that's cracking 25. Everybody else is 25 and below as far as cornerbacks. Go to the safeties. We got a vet from the Patriots / Titans, and then he's training McKinney, who's a hitter. He just got to get up to NFL speed, truth be told.
And Jabril Peppers is a playmaker, so I get it. He got good speed at that strong safety's position as well.
And don't forget about Lano Hill.
Oh yeah, and then Lano out the sub package. You feel me? Getting busy. What he got to do?
Now, as an analyst looking from the outside in, and I'm looking at this Giants roster, and the thing I think of is I like the secondary. It's young, it's unproven, but they can run with anybody, right? They have the speed, but you're not super young because Adoree Jackson is a veteran. All right, Adoree is not a slouch at cornerback at all. You got the rookie Robinson who comes in with really good speed, but here's my thing: Who are your four? Did you find a mix yet? So I'm looking at the Giants and I'm saying, what four cornerbacks are going to be on the field first to fourth quarter? Is it a mean rotation going on because they have the depth to do it, or are they finding out who are their four guys that they're going to go forward with right now? Obviously Bradbury is a superstar; he has to be on the field. And then I would think Adoree is the next higher overall, but that doesn't make him the next best corner for you if you don't see it that way, right? On paper, it's all obviously is Adoree Jackson. So again, my question to you is it hard right now coming through week 1 and week 2 to figure out your four tandems? Who's the
I
1,
think
2,
in
3,
those
and
first
4?
2 weeks, yeah, it was definitely hard. It's like we knew what the 1 and 2 looked like, and then there was times when like we didn't give Adoree the confirmation on number 2 spot because we just acquired him. Yeah, we signed him. We brought him in. He has that experience, but shit, like at times it's a matter of we don't confirm that he's the outside number 2. He might be our slot guy. So at that point right there, we got 2 positions that are instinctively getting rotated on with at least 2 corners, which means 4 of these corners is seeing the field at 2 different spots, slot and outside. So Bradbury is the only one that's a lock, and then throughout the course of the first 2 games, it's like Bradbury, we put him in and to keep his energy well, stamina well. We got him in on formations with 3 cornerbacks. 2 cornerbacks, we're giving the Adoree a look, and then we're bringing in the younger guy to see if you can hold up with Adoree, make some shit shake. Or you getting your ass whooped? All right, get off the field, Bradbury, handle business.
No doubt.
We giving them guys some chance, in these first 2-3 weeks. We're trying to give them some chance because when they start getting the reps and we start getting guys starting and then bench players, there's going to be people that are left out of that equation.
All right, so the last question I would ask you when it comes down to, all right, so we made it known that it's the secondary that's the best part of your defense right now, right? So now we're looking at the secondary, and then you got to go back to the other 3 teams in your division. You're not playing slouch receivers. I mean, the Cowboys are loaded. They got 3 number 1s over there at receiver. The Eagles have speed at receiver.
Eagles are I'll probably just say the most the sleepiest team to sleep on out of the NFC, as far as just like when you look at their groups, you'll be like, but like within their groups, the Eagles lie some true fucking talent. Absolutely.
I mean, Rieger has to step up and be a guy. We already know what the rookie going to do. I mean, Heisman is going to play well. We know that. And then you got Quez, who's developing with speed.
Even Quez, who shows some shit in real life. Like Quez is somebody to watch out for.
And then you look at the Cowboys, 3 starting. They got we got to figure out what they're going to do with JJ. I don't think they really feel as though he fits their scheme and what they're trying to do. It sucks because the old JJ will be at tight end already. But then when you look at the Cowboys, they got 3 starting receivers, man. These 3 receivers can pretty much go anywhere and be number 1s. Definitely a number 2, right now. So, again, I come back to your secondary. Your secondary is young. You got to go up against a pretty good group when it comes down to veteranness, when it comes down to the Cowboys. Then you got a bunch of athletic, fast receivers that can route. Because, come on, Devontae Smith is a route runner out this world, right? So you got that. So, again, are you blessed to have this secondary and that being the better part of your team right now on defense to better go up against the 3 other teams in your division? Because we didn't even talk about the football team who is loaded with speed at receiver.
With the new pickup of Curtis, and like that's what I'm saying. Like, to be in this situation is like way better than being in a situation where the first thing you look at on your defense and you look at your cornerbacks and you know how guys be. Everybody goes stir fucking crazy over cornerback. I look at my quarterbacks and think, yo, we're blessed. Like, we got an opportunity to
this isn't a spot you need to attack in the draft at all.
At all. We can pick our poison. Like, we pick our poison out of these guys, and once we get them, we capitalize off the guys that we don't need. And at that point, we will set up a good room.
All right, so as we move on through one of the divisions, I think it's great. Be very, very interesting this year, man. Especially with the 3 coaches that got on headset with me right now on the podcast show. These guys going to be competing, and then you got Snake as well, who's always going to keep a good team put together that can compete with anybody at any moment. I still want to keep talking about the defenses, so I'm going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles team right now, and I'm going to ask the same question. What is the strength of your defense? Is it the front 7 or the DBs?
Right now, it got to be my DBs. I like my front 7. They get a lot of pressure, but that's my DBs.
All right, so let's talk about it for a second. When we go to the Eagles team and we talk about these DBs over here, man, we're not talking about no slouches. Why was it important for you to go get Marcus Peters and tandem him up with Darius Slade Jr.? I need to go inside you. I need a good take here, man. I need to. For me, when I'm looking at it, I say it makes sense, but I want to know what you was thinking and why did you do this?
Man, does it?
What I was thinking is, man, when I look at my division, I got receivers running around willy nilly. I mean, like the Giants got a deep receiving core. The Dallas Cowboys obviously got a deep receiving core, and Washington's coming along with the receiving core.
Right.
I needed someone. I needed a tandem of players that can go toe to toe and match up. If I need to go man, I can do that. If I need to go zone, I can do that as well. I just needed high awareness, high speed, high motors. So when it came to Peters, Mr. Jump Your Route, like it was a must. Like I needed him. Like it was a must.
So for you could overshadow your defense because when you look at your corners, right, this is the first thing people are going to say. Oh my God, Darius Slade Jr. shut down, and he got Peters. Jesus Christ! But I think if they just look at that, they are not getting the big picture of this Philadelphia Eagles secondary because you got to go down Nelson, Maddox, right, and you got young guys that can up and come. Scott, you got McCain down there, McCain. I mean, so you got some guys down here that's in development stages as well. But when you go to the next two corners, one's an 81 overall and the other one's a 77 that got really good speed. Now, with the receivers in this division, do you feel like you got four solid corners that can match up with the 3 to 4 receivers on the other three teams in the NFC East?
Honestly, do. The Falcons were a small test. Like I feel like the guy that was my opponent I was playing, like you said, he sees the field a little different. He sees it like a quarterback. So I feel like he was a true test. Like see how I fare against them. And even though he made some mistakes, like I really just took away from that game that I forced the mistakes.
Right. Okay. Pew pew pew. There we go. All right. So the first two teams we talked about in this division was the Giants, and they have when it comes down to their defense, we're talking about the best part of their defense is their secondary. Eagles followed up with the same situation. All right, so he's not on to talk about his own team, so we'll do it I'll take the first take. When it comes down to the Cowboys, I like their front seven. And here's why. By them going to go get Cameron Jordan, that just put them in a situation where they got 3 legit pass rushers over there that can not only rush the passer, they can play the run. So that solidifies the front four right there. At the linebacker level, you can't tell me another team that has a better four linebackers than them. Actually, 5 deep at linebacker. Because they got some rookies over there that's really going to be a fucking problem over there. So we start with the left outside linebacker first, and Van Der Esch. All given her he was on the block, but Van Der Esch is there. In the middle, you got Jalen Smith, who still has the Madden attributes to be a great one. And you got Keon Neal, who goes from safety to middle linebacker, who has nothing but coverage skills with him. So he's a dog, and he's probably one of the hardest hitters in the league. Then you bring in Jabril Cox, 88 speed, 90 acceleration. Now half his team is drained. They are not practicing. They're trying to kill themselves in practice right now. That's why you see all this red on the screen. But I mean, 3 deep at middle linebacker, and we didn't even get over to what really matters, which is this right outside linebacker and Micah Parsons. Holy shit. So again, with the front 7 of the Cowboys, I think they're in a situation where they can turn it on and do some really big things. And the more these guys develop together, the more of a problem they're going to be. Because I think that front 7 can do a little bit of both. They can run with receivers and tight ends and running backs, or they can get to the football carriers, quarterbacks and running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I think they can do a little bit of both. They're built to do both, and it comes down to how well would they be coached, because this team legitimately with that front 7 could cause havoc to any team in the league, not only just y'all division. So I like the Cowboys, and I'm gonna talk about them because they're not there. I won't let you guys talk about them, but we will go to the Washington football team, and I'll pose the same question to you. You know, for the last 3 years, everybody that played with Washington, they want that team for one reason and one reason only. So I know the answer when it comes down to what part of your defense is the better part: the pass rush, which is the front 7, or those DBs.
Oh, the front 7 all day.
So you think it's just the front 7 is nothing, you can't really argue against that. It's front 7 all day, no questions asked.
No questions.
How about I stop you in your tracks right now and I say I don't believe that's the case
I don't
at
know.
all. Here's why. Here's why it ain't the case. Okay? I mean, Kendall Fuller's an 89 overall. Good speed, good corner, 26 years old. You bring William Jackson over here, you got two shutdown corners. Now, they might not be ability guys on Madden right now. You got one of a rookie corner that's starting for this team in real life right now, and I think at 77 overall, he's going to be a problem as well. All right, so you look at those three. Now, when you think about Madden, yes, I like your front seven. Everybody going to talk about Chase Young and Montez Sweat and the strongest 3D tackles in the league and all that good shit, right? Looking at that, then you can probably go to your linebacker core and say this. But I think at the linebacker level, the front four is compromised a little bit because the linebacker level has to grow up a little bit. You got two rookies that's starting. They're going to be dogs, they're going to be animals, but they're not that yet, right? They got to develop into that. But I would say this, the secondary with an 89 overall corner, 87 overall corner, and then a 77 overall corner, you have three legit corners that can play and walk up and cover any receiver in the league right now. But to me, I think your secondary is the best part of your defense because of the speed that you have in that secondary, especially at the safety position. Troy Aikman, I don't care about a 65 overall when you can use this guy yourself. Or just have him playing cover, back deep, right? What happens? No one's really running by these guys. They can run with any other person in the league right now. You have two safeties that can keep Tyreek Hill from running past them. With the type of speed they got, right? So you start with Troy Aikman, and that's when you got him back deep. Cameron Curl is really the alpha male right here at this position of free safety, and he's still in the development tree. He might not be the fastest, but he's thumper and he does all the right things. So even though he's a free safety, he can play with strong safety tendencies, right? Now, when you go to your free safety, I know we're young, but you got Landon Collins over here who develops this young kid over here. But Derek Foster has 94 speed, 94 excels too. You got the fastest two safeties in the league right now with two almost 90 overall corners on the outside shutting shit down. Yes, Chase Young can rush the quarterback and make plays for you and do some things. And Montez Sweat with the speed, and you look at it, and you look at the 3D tackles, and you're like, God damn, these guys got 95 strength and above. Holy shit, we stacked there. But I think the linebacker level is not as legit as that front four would need them to really be, my front seven is the shit. I think your secondary is the best. I don't really think you can argue with me there, although it'll be your turn to take your take on why your front seven is better than your secondary.
My front seven don't get they don't get dancing with the stars off the line.
Okay. All right. I like that. That's a good thing. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, take dancing with the star off the line. Okay. I like that.
When we go to the film room, we see a lot of bip bop at the line of scrimmage, okay, and the corners are 5 yards behind the wide receivers.
Right.
And then if they don't run, we look up sometimes and the wide receiver runs in when he should have ran out on the comeback. And we know we kind of jump it. But other than that, if he's running the streak after the dance with the stars, it's a touchdown.
All right, so you're not as confident in your secondary as I'm looking at it from a Madden standpoint. If I'm playing with the secondary, I'm gonna love this secondary because the speed is there at the safety position. I'm not worried about shit over top. I could be aggressive with my corners because they're good enough to be aggressive. I like your secondary. I'm not saying that you don't have a legit, because most people want to get the Washington football team because of that front seven, or the front four to be exact. And because of that, I think you're too deep at both the safety positions and you're three deep at corner right now. And these guys, I mean, you play the games, you coach this team, you know what your team's about. But when we do takes and we talking and we doing that thought from a G, obviously we gotta debunk each other. And my debunk would be, name me another two safeties in the league that's faster than yours.
I mean, no, you can't. But also they're also both under 70 overall. Well, no, he's an 80. He came in 80. Okay, I take that back. Well, one of them 65 overall.
But you're not asking these guys to lock up man to man and cover
guys,
cover zero.
I'm definitely not.
Right over the top.
There's zone safeties. I'm not gonna hold you. There's zone safeties, but it's all about placement. And then in my division, I ain't gonna talk about the rest of the league. In my division, I have artists when it comes to play calling.
Okay, I like it.
They draw up beautiful
Draw them
plays
shit up.
and yeah, they draw shit up at the line of scrimmage. You know, some people come out and they pick a play that's already drawn. These guys draw the plays up at the line.
Okay.
They'll look at your defense and they'll draw it up right
A
there.
lot of little
and
baby
then
Peyton Mannings.
you gotta be able to make an adjustment on the fly. And these guys are not quite there yet. They're 22 and 23 years old.
All right, so Hitter, you on fire tonight, man. You debunking my debunks right now, and I get it. But I'm going to come right back and say the same thing. I could care less about the overalls or the awareness of these guys. Speed kills on Madden. We all know that. You saw what Tyreek Hill did to the Ravens defense tonight. Simple as that, speed kills. Well, you got it on both sides of the ball. So now, when you look back at these safeties right now, and you're thinking, okay, they're not man-to-man covering safeties. I don't ask them to do that. I ask them to play cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4. Simple as that, right? So when we're doing that, that means either 4 or 2, 2 or 2 man, 2 safeties are back deep over top with the same speed as the fastest receivers in the league. Simple as that, right? Now, put this into play right now. I could care less about Akpe being a 65 overall, especially when he's being used with that type of speed by you. Simple as that. So it's not hard for you to do anything wrong with them. Either you come up jump shit because you can be in a cover 2 and come up down and jump shit and get beat deep. That's it. Other than that, if your guy, once that ball is let up in the air, your guy with speed, you hold that R1 button and you can get to any pass that's thrown because of that speed. And I think when you take a guy that's a 65 overall and you're using that guy yourself, I think you got to give him a 10-point raise. I think you got to give his awareness 10 points and his overall 10 points, because at the end of the day you're using that person, so he's not the computer AI playing, you're playing with him. So I don't think guys are just going to be able to run back. So for example, if John Ross is on the left side of the field and you got your cornerback in press, but you playing with the safety Akpe over top of that, you're going to check for him going deep. Am I right or wrong?
I'm checking for him all day.
Okay, so now
Whether
let's say John Ross decides to run
the middle, whether he's running a post, whether
right.
he's running
well, let's just say
route.
he's running a 9 route. He looks at his quarterback. You said they like to check at the line of scrimmage and draw shit up. So let's just say John Ross taps his helmet. Hey, this pussy in front of me trying to press me. I got 96 speed. He has 93. Throw the ball, right? Meanwhile, the quarterback that, baby Peyton Manning is sitting at the line of scrimmage, and he's thinking, Akpe has the same speed as you. Be careful. Right, and then he can see him moving a little bit. Be extra careful because I see him moving a little bit. That means he's being used right now. So then it still comes back to playing Madden football, right? So you got the Madden players on this defense and this secondary. They better do whatever the hell you want with it. I think it's dangerous, and I think the moment you get all the front 7 and the back 4 to gel together, to watch the football team is going to be a scary team. That's my take on that. All right, so Max, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Just played them. I would feel like I see where both sides come from. Within the heart of this defense is the front 7, but the electrifying part might be the back end, because when you playing them, when you know that the front 7 is liable to do some shit, you account for that. But then when you go against the back end, and then they show up too, you get a little frustrated, and that's the shit that's like, I could see where Ant comes from, because we might have them dancing with the stars a little, but when they're in certain zone coverages and they ain't got to dance, they do what they
not to cut
do.
you off though, but I gotta debunk you here right now. So let's go back to, again, Madden is Madden, right? Speed is everything on Madden right now. These safeties can sit about from anywhere from 7 to 12 yards deep, right? So maybe so. All right. So let's just say, you know what, the secondary is doing their job right now. We can't throw the ball, so we're going to just get the ball to Saquon Barkley right now. Are you in a good situation when you got 2 safeties high to stop the run?
Yeah.
No.
All right. No.
Well, I would say because the way that Cameron Curl played, that nigga was coming down and
say it again. Say it again, Hitter. You say it again, Hitter. One more time. Right.
Because I got gapped. I got gapped.
And that's what's going to happen. But that's what's going to happen. I hear you. And that was the correct answer. When you watched the Baltimore Ravens play the Kansas City Chiefs last Sunday night in that thriller game, at one point you saw one drive you saw where the Baltimore Ravens had 2 safeties high, right? And they said, you know what? with two safeties high, and what did the Chiefs do? They started giving the ball to Hail Air, right? They ran him a couple times and this and that, blah blah blah. And what it does is we're telling you you're not getting nothing deep. We're not throwing. You're not going to throw Tyreek Hill or in y'all case, y'all fast ass receivers. You're not throwing the ball behind us. We're gonna keep everything in front of us right now. But I would say this on Madden. Here's the difference: with 94 speed at both safety positions, a safety at 12 yards with 94 speed can cover ground in the run game faster than these 88 and 87 speed safeties, right? Would y'all all agree with me there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think on Madden, when you're playing cover 2 or cover 4 and you got two safeties high in the run game, those guys get very active in the run game, right? Because they're going to be guys. So okay, Saquon's shooting gaps and all that. So who's the guys making the tackle for you? Because they're shooting gaps. That means linebackers aren't in where they're supposed to be at, and he's running the second. Is he getting in third level? Or by the time you get to second level, you got two safeties already down in the box to be able to come down there and help out in the run game because of that speed they possess. To better play deep.
If they don't overrun it.
That is true. Because I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, Curl made a lot of tackles coming up because he doing what he gotta do. Apke saved some fucking touchdowns or big runs because of his speed. Landon, I don't remember Landon much, but Forrest, and then obviously the corner. We already talked about William Jackson.
Well, Landon shouldn't even be playing safety. Landon should already be moved to linebacker and playing middle linebacker for this team. I don't understand why he's not, but he should be. At the end of the day,
William Jackson got 18 tackles, so know he.
So the secondary again. The secondary numbers is there. They're playing the run game pretty solid for you. So again, I'll go back to y'all game and I'll ask this: how many passes did you complete over 15 yards?
A few.
A few, but not. I don't. Hold up. Let me see. I don't.
I mean, on the estimate, how many times you think you got 15 to 20 yard passes off? I'm not talking about catch the ball at 7 and get 20 yards out of it. I'm talking about 15 yards or more. How many times?
How many I threw? Hold up, let me look at it through so I can give you a real number.
You don't have to look at the how many you threw. All you gotta do is go to yards per catch, yards per throw, whatever that stat is. Go there to tell you.
9.9.
Okay. All right. So I don't have to continue this conversation right now. Just that right there tells you alone right now. How many big plays was made in this ball game that was game changer for you?
Not necessarily a whole lot.
I'm talking about you watched Tyreek Hill run by the secondary.
Yeah.
Was that
I didn't get Tyreek Hill. Neither one of us got Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, nothing like that. No walk-bys.
And granted, I know scheme is everything.
Yeah, it was
scheme is everything.
Artistry.
Winks played cover 0 a lot. I do the same thing. So Tyreek had one-on-ones. He won those matchups when he had linebackers on him or safety on him. He won them. All right, but you just said it out your own mouth. My safeties aren't asked to do all that shit. They playing zone. Simple as that. So even when you're a cover 2 man, those guys are playing zone. They got deep halves of the field. When you're cover 4, first of all, cover 4 is one of the better run fit defenses on the game. Now, in real life, if you see guys with two safety high, most teams want to run the football. You're telling them to run the football, right? But on Madden, for whatever reason, those two safeties high, when they're on each side of the hash marks, they play the run fits way better, right? So again, I come to you and say this: I like your offense. I mean, your defensive line. I do think your front 7 is there. I just don't think the linebacker core is ready as well as that front 4 is, and I think in the secondary you're completely ready right now. And that's me saying that with you got two guys over there, a rookie and a guy that's a 65 overall, and all he has is speed. But again, how many times in that game with Akpe playing deep that you used it? That'll be my next question to you. How many times was he user? Was he user more than half the game?
No.
No? All right, so that means you play on linebackers more than you play on your safeties right now.
He still had 5 tackles.
Right.
Yeah,
all right. How many times did Akpe stop the save the touchdown from happening?
None.
None? 'Cause I thought the coach that you played against said Akpe did stop Saquon from scoring touchdowns, a couple touchdown runs.
It was Akpe or Jackson. One of them motherfuckers.
It was a gang. It was a gang of niggas chasing the tail.
I was about to say, one of them niggas was stopping Saquon.
Trust me, it wasn't solo. Whenever you tackle Saquon, it had to be 2 and 3 bodies.
All right, so overall, we like all 4 of y'all secondaries right now, but when you look at the secondaries as a whole, when you look at all these teams, I would say, I wouldn't bet it. I don't know. I'm almost willing to say the Washington football team. No, the Washington football team is first. They got the best secondary in the league, and I mean in their division. Then is the Eagles because of the nope. Then is the Eagles, and then is the Cowboys. The Cowboys are very young. They got great speed, but they super young at safety and at corner. They're not really proven. They're young as fuck. So I don't think that they. I think they come in third. I think they come in third because Max is in the same situation. He got a whole shot. Actually, Max has more veteran corners on his team than the Cowboys do. So I will venture to say because the Cowboys are so young, they might be fourth. Yeah, you got Bradbury and Dory Jackson. Stop sleeping on the Dory Jackson. He's a good Madden player, and he has an 81 overall, so he's solid. So I will go football team, Eagles, Cowboys, then Giants. Actually, Giants, then Cowboys. The highest ceiling though when it comes down to secondary. Would you say Cowboys have it?
No, I say I got the highest ceiling because of the youth.
Because of the youth too.
Only because of the youth.
I might say I do though. At the same time, I only got one vet. That's Bradbury.
Right.
And then Logan Ryan, but he's gonna get replaced by McKinney very, very soon.
Right. So but does that not make you down? I only ask that question because how scary is that? We're talking about y'all having really good secondaries, and they're not even at their when they got a whole ceiling. They can, you know what I mean? Like they still got nothing but room for improvement over here, man. So again, when you look at the NFC East football teams over there, from football team to the G-men to the Cowboys to the Eagles, I think we are playing in a really good division when you match the coaches with their teams and the battles you guys are gonna have. Case in point, tonight, first game y'all played in 22. Overtime game, football team pulled it out. Do you see games happening like that the entire season? I mean, entire entire year we play with. You don't see games being like that, close games, dog fights, bruising football games, or you think the shit just gonna get ugly?
I think it's gonna get the first two seasons might be topsy turvy, but after that you're gonna start to see a separation.
Okay, all right, I like that but that separation happens because of one thing and one thing only. What changes that make those separations happen?
GM.
Exactly.
GMing and learning the game.
Okay, so now with that being said,
I think we're all fresh learning the game.
Right.
And, we play head to head, but most of those guys are bums.
How how good are the GMs in this division?
Stellar, top notch,
top to bottom.
I think
from
we
1
all
to 4.
Top to bottom.
I think we all got
top
something unique too. It's gonna be really fun to see.
You know what's fun? You know what's fun though? Right now, all three of y'all bust moves. So we'll stop there. We'll go ahead. Hitter, you picked up a practice squad player that you picked up. How big of a piece was that for you? 2, and then you got another piece on offense with RG3 brought him back in the fold. He was able to pull out, help you out, win that overtime game.
Helps the game winner, bro. Get the fuck.
Max, you haven't been super active as a GM. You've been riding out with your team right now, but you did make a trade with the Baltimore Ravens and brought in Malik Harrison. And why was that important to bring him in?
Just to bring in some youth, man. I felt like we was missing a guy that really just could have the nose for the football. And I mean, he came in today. He got 4 fresh tackles.
Yeah, he a thumper. That's what he is. He's a hitter. Not gonna cover nobody, but he's gonna hit the shit out you.
Yeah, I could see him out. I could just see him out there getting to the quarterback. We gotta work on the coverage in a little bit, but he out there. He trying to get to the quarterback. He trying to get to the running back. You know what I'm saying, he making the effort, and that's what we just need right now on that inside to help out.
And then when you think about Snake Eyes and what he did over there, bringing Cameron Jordan, the veteran, over there to that defense, just completely changed that whole defensive line. Simple as that. Another dog move. Great dog move at that. And then you had the Eagles, who's having trouble with his performance right now. Voice chat due to network connection failure. He's out of the chat. He'll be back shortly. After these messages, he'll be right back. But the Eagles went and got Peters, man. And they signed some guys off their practice squad that's pretty much going to get some way get implemented into this team. But the Peters trade was top notch, was top shelf. It put them in a good situation. It turned them from having the weakest secondary in y'all division to being able to say, not so fast, my friend. I think we're going to find a common theme throughout the league when we do divisions and we talk about who's over in each division where it poses a problem right now. Man, I played the Chiefs today for the first time. Max, you watched that game from start to finish right now. Did we get it right? The coach that's over there, did we get it right?
Man, I felt like, yeah, at first I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried at first. But then I realized, you know what I'm saying, it's week 2, everybody getting accustomed to the game, everybody. And then when he settled in, it was like, I felt the, like, shift of Pat Mahomes. I felt the presence. I felt somebody that understood at least the 3 motherfuckers that he got to throw to. Tyreek,
Right.
Travis Kelce, and Miko Hardman. You know what I'm saying? He understood the plan. And on defense, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real, the Kansas City defense is just, they get by in real life so much so that people forget. In a Madden sense, you got that defense is a liability.
And that's where he struggled at when he hit me and was like, bro, man, great game, bro. We got to get a stop. That's 2 games I
You
couldn't get
gotta
a
get
stop.
you gotta get it. Yeah,
And that's
and
what it
it's
came down
hard in
to.
this game.
I mean, I put a 14-play drive together on him and went right up the field and methodically run here, dump off, a couple passes, run, touchdown.
It's hard
14-play
in this
drive
game to
together,
get a stop
and
sometimes.
when he was answering their bell, that's backbreakers. Those moments right there are backbreakers, and that Chiefs team. So like honestly, I would think that he would spend most of his time and on defense when it comes down to building this team. And it starts with getting a front 7 to total together. I like some of their D linemen, but they really only got Chris Jones on the D line. And at the linebacker core, they got a couple of young linebackers, but they need to really tune it up over there. I do think they can get away with their secondary a little bit, but they need some help all over the place. But as far as watching the Chiefs and Coach Rich DeBarber play with the team, first of all, he's a Kansas City native. He's a Kansas City fan, diehard Kansas City fan. So he got his team, which that guys that get their teams, bro, is a different love how they play the game. Simple as that, right? And because he got his team, what you're seeing is a guy that's so in tune with his team that he's making it look like. How many times have you heard me say, man, Harold Burgers better go look at Mike Holmgren, or this person better go watch some film and see how that team run their offense and all that, or even watch me with the Baltimore Ravens mimic their style of play in real life. Well, I promise you, the Chiefs are playing Chief football on offense right now, game 1 and 2. Now the wins didn't add up yet, but I do think he's going to be a problem in that division. Really going to be a problem over there, man. The divisions, man. When you look at them, you can look at, the worst thing you're going to find is 2 top tier guys in each division, right? And then you're going to get these divisions where you got 3 and some of them got 4. So I think we do have a great situation right now. We saw the Bucks and the Cowboys play earlier before advance week 1. And we talked about Craig having the Bucks and having one of the Super Bowl contenders, and they should be playing in the Super Bowl year 1. He talked about Snake during that game. Now the score ain't going to reflect how the game was really being played. What Snake went through was, if you don't manage the team practice wise, you're going to look like this, bunch of red everywhere. And that's what the fuck the problem was. I mean, he's red everywhere. It's not a position that you could look at that doesn't have red somewhere, right? And that's because his team is tired. They're fatigued. I dealt with it. You saw the difference with my offense, with Lamar being tired in the second half versus him being not tired in the first half, right? And I think once he gets that together and understand how to practice his team to keep them fresh in games, I think he would have played a better game week 1 against the Bucks. The Craig said he struggled at ways. He was like, man, Snake, and he went back to, we played each other so much in real draft because we was in the same division. We know each other. And I think that's a testament of the Bucks having the best team on the game. But then you look at the Cowboys; they matched up really well with the Bucks today. The score didn't indicate that because his whole team was orange the whole game, so you just can't, really compete in a situation like that. But with that being said, I'm talking about that situation because we're still talking about the NFC East and these teams over here, man. Max went on a roll. Then you, no, Max, you took on the Broncos at
That's why I was going to
MetLife,
speak to
right?
that AFC East. Yeah, that I was about to say. I was going to speak to that AFC East. I think that's no AFC West. My fault. Yeah. When you was talking about that division, but yeah, I did play the Broncos week 1 at MetLife.
Right, pulled off the dub. 35-21 was the score, I think it was.
35-21. Yeah, I
All right, so 35-21 pulled off the game. Saquon Barkley played really well. But then you played a guy that's a really good coach that's going to get it figured out. Quarterback seems to be his problem over there right now, but they're going to get some things figured out over there as well. And then you come back. We haven't seen Corey play yet. He got a forced win so far, but then you go now. You're 3 deep in that division. Now I played the Raiders already. And I don't know. I don't really got a good handle on him. He pissed me off by conceding the game. And we played a really good first 3 quarters. It was really good game in the first 3 quarters. We jumped out on top early, and then seems that we have that gene of letting teams go on a run on us right now. And I know that's just part of the game. That's what the game is right now. But I really don't know, but I do think they're 3 deep over there, and I think anybody that can play with the Chiefs the way Rich the Barber plays with the Chiefs will always be a problem for whoever he matches up against. What do you guys say about the run game? I had a whole bunch of complaining today about running backs falling forward all the time. Does that bother you guys, or do you see that effectively affecting the game?
No.
My fault. Actually, hit it go first, because
Go ahead.
you went against Saquon today.
No. No, I mean, I think that's normal. Most running backs do fall forward unless you grab them and then stalemate them. Yeah, stalemate them. I just left a high school football game, and most of the running backs fell forward. Right. This game is the same way. Now, if you hitting the running back in the backfield and he's still going forward, it'll be an issue. But I haven't seen that. I've seen, I did stop Saquon in the backfield, and he stayed in the backfield.
Twice.
He didn't.
I was going to say I've seen it done too.
Yeah. So now I pass it on to Max. I'm sure he got his thoughts on it.
I would just say the running backs, it kind of makes sense. Saquon is 227. I seen Ant's running back today. He's 227. Even Clyde at 225. Right. Gibson 218. That's 220. It makes sense when to fall forward.
Right.
The only thing that bothers me is when a quarterback or a receiver, when they turn into a ball carrier, those guys should not fall forward nearly as much as sometimes as they do. Especially receivers, because I'll even attest Sterling Shepard's falling forward a lot, and Sterling Shepard ain't really that he's not that big of a guy. He's a strong guy, but he's not that big of a guy. Kadarius Toney should not fall forward that much. Honestly, especially
I agree there. You got some of them special quarterbacks that can do that type of shit.
Yes, there's some that can. Yeah, definitely.
But I agree with you there. But here's my thing, man. I got to get to this game. This was important. I don't want to. How do I say this? All right, you got things that happen when you play in a football game that could piss you off, right? All right. For instance, I played today. I had 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Had a breakout message. My guy was in a situation to get that breakout message, and once I went up by 2 scores, he had no interest in playing the game anymore. He had to do something now. So you lose the moment in that. So now you're mad. I'm pissed off. I'm in a bad space. I want to fucking snap. So I feel as though it felt like a loss more than a win, right? Then you get guys that don't have the patience to figure it out. And sometimes guys just need to be calmed down. My DMs went off all day today. I woke up this morning and I said, yo, bro, hit Falk up. What's up, bro? What's up? Good. Me and the Titans ain't going to better match up tonight. I got something to do. He got something to do too, blah, 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 blah. Yo, Falk, man, I think this is about to be the best league we've ever had, bro. This shit going to chip. And then 30 minutes later, everything became negative after that. I mean, people tearing my DM up, bitching about everything, complaining. I mean, you got guys snapping on me about rules that they don't know. Why? We playing on the wrong move. It's so much stuff that was happening. And you know what the common theme was with all the complaining I was seeing? Any of y'all can guess what the common theme was?
The draft class.
No, I mean, I had a conversation with that today too. A new guy, and I'm trying to tell him, that's one of my biggest sell points of my league is the draft classes. That's not fair. All right, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. But guys guys that's complaining and bitching and really mad, and pretty much so a lot of it be they get mad, they hit me up, they complaining, and they kind of throw shots at my league when they're mad. I go through this a lot, but the whole purpose is this: every last one of them that was complaining either lost or was losing.
Well, you're going to lose in this league.
You're going to lose.
I mean,
All
I
of us,
just
the best of us, is going to lose games, bro. This game, and if y'all just embrace what we got right now, this game is. I could just say this. I think the game is so much better than 25. I mean, 21.
No.
Oh
The
my
falling
God,
forward
so
doesn't
much
make
better
me
than
feel
21,
bad.
bro.
I didn't mean to cut you off. The falling forward doesn't make me feel bad about the game. It's just pros and cons. Running backs fall forward when they should. Sometimes receivers fall forward.
So, if you are on defense and you are playing against a Najee Harris, can you get mad at that guy for falling forward?
Nope, I don't get mad at that. Nope, not at all. It actually looks realistic when he just doesn't get tackled by a cornerback and just falls backward on his ass. Like it looks more real when he like at least gains like 2 extra yards because that cornerback's like $198 and Najee Harris is 225. Like it makes a little bit of sense.
In real reality, that's kinetics and that's just
that nigga's hitting you way harder than
that's natural physics. Whereas you meeting a force, unless you bringing the same amount of force against it,
right?
You going to get ran over. So if you meeting somebody in the hole and you standing still and he's running at you, he's going to run you over.
Pretty much.
If you ever play football, you know that's what happens.
You know that exactly what happens. Shit, and I was always a scat back, a little back, elusive guy, and can still fall forward damn near on every carry, because it's all about leverage and what type of force you coming with. Simple as that.
And I think they just made it real.
Yeah, they
like,
did.
When you saying like when you run into the sideline, say like you run into the sideline on stretch or whatever, you just need 2 yards. You see the defenders right there. You can turn the stick up now and fight for the 2 yards in the sense of like I'm at least.
You watched me do it with Lamar Jackson, and I broke the shit down on the podcast.
I did it with RG3.
Right.
I did the shit with Barkley and Jones on a read option. Like,
but look, before you couldn't do that. 21, you could not do that. You could not be like, all right, I'm not going I'm not going to beat this guy to the edge. So let me square my shoulders up, put my head down, and get 2 yards. That wasn't happening on 21. You would go wherever your body was going. That's where the fuck you was falling at.
Which makes me just feel like that shit, like strength is starting to matter a little bit more. Like shit,
bro, power
more.
backs, period, matter, bro. That shit, all that shit matter
they brought
now,
back
bro.
Power backs completely.
All that shit matter now.
The weight distribution a little bit. It's just starting to bring a little bit of recognizance to the game. Like,
bro, the game is better. From playing it is better than 21 at this point right now. Now, does that mean the game is the greatest game on earth? No, it's a lot of shit that's fucked up with this game that make us want to frisbee this bitch. It's broke. It's always broke. They always tell us a broke game. They rob us and we keep playing. Simple as that.
Fixing the running is big. Like,
the running is, look, bro, stretch ain't OP. Not like, look, I'm gonna say this. I thought Nano
formation is OP.
Huh?
I haven't found a set that's OP.
None.
There's like there's shit that works, and then there's
stretch,
shit that
the dives, the powers, the off tackles, the pitches.
They even play traps a little better right now, bro. Like,
yeah.
They even play traps a little better.
Fucking counter makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
now.
counters work. You could toss you could pitch the ball.
Yeah, you
tosses there. All that shit.
Yeah,
like,
but you also got DNs coming off the tackles.
Exactly.
Coming off the tackles and making tackles.
And making tackles. I'm running stretch.
Tackles.
Yes, and they coming right off the block shed making a tackle. You wasn't getting that in 21.
Are blocking down.
You wasn't getting that in 21, bro. Nigga, turn that corner and wiggle, is over with.
Receivers blocking downfield is a major improvement.
Yep.
I'm talking 20 yards down the field blocking. Like,
bro,
thank you.
How many times did you see me and Rich the Barber, he on offense, he throwing them shits up, and you seeing us both fighting for the football? How many times did you see balls get knocked down?
And you can tell that it's two separate animations.
Yeah, two separate animations. Yes.
Your animation versus his animation.
Yes.
Like, with Miko Hartman
in
a
the
regular
game, my
corner,
tight end went up and grabbed it on 2 people.
On 2 people.
And 21 would have been an interception.
What did I do?
21 would have been an interception.
What did I do with Mandrew? Same thing. Threw that cover 3 beater and caught him right in that and caught him on 2 people. They let him catch the ball and everything.
Sense.
Yes.
Throw made sense.
Yes, makes sense. Yeah.
The game is definitely an improvement. There's still some wiggities. I ain't gonna lie. There's still the 2-man. Sometimes if you get caught in like a bad ball situation, but those is just nuances of like everybody being inaccurate.
But the funny thing is rare right now. Those guys that try to hold triangle all game long for interceptions and shit like that don't work no more.
That shit
you
is
ain't getting that shit at all.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
You gotta be in position.
You gotta be in position, and you gotta hit more than just triangle, bro.
You gotta be even radius to even get an animation.
Radius,
First off, you have to be in radius. You have to get an animation for you can't just be out of animation getting one. Cause
you're not Superman and no catches.
Yeah, I've tried it. It doesn't work.
What I would like to see is guys, You know, and I don't know if my real talks be, you know, putting pressure on guys. You know, this guy should win a division this year, this and that. They go out and lose, and they fucking want to kill somebody.
I mean,
Cut my head off and blame me that the league ain't this and that
I
because of
wouldn't say
fucking loss.
pressure,
But something ain't right. This is what I do know, man. You're gonna win
it's
games, you're gonna
motivation.
lose games, bro. Motivate is motivate. Motivate yourself. You know what I mean? Take that negative energy and figure it out. Next time, get on the game and go to practice before you fucking play it. Get some things done first. Understand what you got on your team. Stop letting me break your teams down all the time and you break your own shit down. Simple as that. Because you break your own shit down, you got a sense of what the fuck you got on your team. And if you playing like me, playing a whole bunch of fucking rookies and one-year players on defense all over the place, shit's gonna happen. I couldn't get fucking Tyreek and him off the field when he got locked in and was thrown. I mean, how many times I was there, Max? If I wasn't on the strip button today, he probably makes the comeback.
Nah, for real. Dead. Like, turnovers turned that game around. I feel the same way about not being able to get off the field on third down, back-to-back games. I can't get the fuck off the field.
It ain't that easy, bro. It's not. It's very nice. It's not that easy, man. You gotta figure it out. All right, so we've seen the Cowboys and the Bucks. Don't let that score confuse you. The Cowboys were out of shape to play week 1. I mean, they were lazy. We already know Zeke's a fat fuck as it is now. So imagine the whole team all chilled at Zeke's house the night before they played this game. They all came to Zeke's room. And when I tell you how many pizza boxes got ate, not the pizza, the boxes. Zeke fat ass had everybody else fat asses eating. And they were tired all game long. They probably went to one of Snake motherfucker party promoted clubs and shit and was all fucked up and came and played the game. Tired as fuck, which lost 42-10. Simple as that. But now, all jokes aside, you saw the effects of training your team and practicing your team when he played the Bucks, because the moment he hopped on the field, his whole team was yellow, and you ain't getting them out of that. They're gonna be tired the whole game. You saw it with Lamar Jackson. If you watch my game against the Chiefs, he had a -9 in fatigue, and he got fatigued by the third quarter. It was a wrap.
Shit, it's on my game too. I had -8 to start the game against Washington. Everybody's yellow. Daniel Jones is light blue. So is Saquon. Saquon is light blue.
Right.
To start the game.
All right, so Jaguars, Texans didn't play at all. Football team didn't play. Seahawks and the Colts. Mike won the game 20-10 in this ball game. We do got a new Seahawks coach in here. Let me just go look at some of the numbers to see what happened in this game. We only care about the player stats, so we're not going all that other shit. Went 74.9, 155. Neither one of these guys threw the ball. Mike had this other guy come in at 33.3, and Russell had a 31.8 QB rating and threw 4 picks in the game. Obviously, that's probably why Mike won the ball game. Jonathan Taylor carried the ball 19 times, running 21 yards, 6.4. Mike's comfortable in the run game. There's no way he wasn't. He got the run game going in this game. Obviously, I don't think nothing really happened over here besides the DK Metcalf 3 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. DK averaged 32.7. He was throwing them things up. Simple as that. He was throwing them up. Go get it, DK. Simple as that.
That's
All right, so
Mr.
my
Track
boy
and Field.
Mike starts the season off 1-0. Damn, hitter. Give me your take on that.
I mean, people sleep on Mike. Mike is a very methodical player. He just gets in his head a lot. But if he's put in a situation, he will beat you.
Right. All right, so you go back down to the Bengals and the Jets. No. Vikings and the Bengals. No. Jets, Panthers, I meant to say. Vikings, Bengals, no. Cardinals, Titans, no. Oh my God. So this guy equals him, and the Cardinals beat the Titans 31-0. What the fuck? What type of depth chart did Los have going on in this, bro? I can't see a Julio and a Derrick Henry not putting points on the board.
Ryan Tannehill threw 2 interceptions.
Oh my God.
Derrick Henry only had 57 yards rushing, 5.2 on the average.
What's going on?
They
4 broke tackles though.
Yeah,
4 broke tackles though. You get me
4.
wrong. His stiff arm is still there even when you're not playing well.
At all. Niners and Lions didn't play either. Lions on full flat out tank mode. But then the game that was a good game was the Steelers versus the Bills. 26-21. This game had Junior really upset, really mad, almost not running to play the game. But he manned up. He got himself together and he manned up and played his second game. I hope he understands his growing pains, bro. Gotta grow. We all gotta learn how to play this game. We all got the same start, man. Figure it out. It's season 1. Shit will change. You'll get it together. But when you dig into this game, hitter, what the fuck happened over here?
What game is that?
Dwayne Haskins, the Steelers quarterback, had
Oh, the Steelers.
158.3.
Steelers week
If
one.
you usually see 158.3 QB rating, that's telling me he had a perfect QB rating. He also threw the ball with Ben Roethlisberger as well, 101.4. So both these quarterbacks threw the ball. Both these quarterbacks threw touchdowns. Only one threw a pick. Can you guess which one threw the pick, Haskins or Roethlisberger?
Roethlisberger.
Of course, Roethlisberger. Now on the flip side of things, Josh
But
Allen
he
had
went 5 for 7.
Who has the
Roethlisberger did.
Steelers? Who has the Steelers?
Sam
Yeah,
Mack.
Roethlisberger went 5 for
Oh
7.
shit! Welcome back, Sam Mack.
All right, so Josh Allen had 101.3 QB rating, 240 yards, but he threw 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. When you go further than that, we don't have to go no further than the 26 carries Najee Harris got. Remember, this ain't the Najee Harris you start your league with. This is the Najee Harris who has his real shit. 26 carries, 154 yards. He averaged 5.9, 1 touchdown. All right, so 26 times this guy fell for it. Pissed the Bills
The
off.
run
He was
sets up the
sick.
pass, and the pass sets up the run.
Simple as that. It looks
Simple
to
as
me
that.
that he just could not get a stop on offense. Like, it looks to me that the Steelers did whatever they wanted in both passing and running the ball.
That's 230 yards running downfield. 230 pounds running down.
And they did it with a fucking 60-something overall quarterback, if he even that.
I was about to say I'm more impressed with the Dwayne Haskins show. Like, what the fuck? Like, I love to see it.
Big time over here, man. Well, you know, Najee ran himself into a dub first game. That's what's up. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Eagles and the Falcons game, 34-21. I mean, obviously this was a good game. We had a young quarterback starting for the first time, and Felipe Franks over here now. He had a 56.1 QB rating, but so did Jalen Hurts, 53.5. Neither one of these quarterbacks threw a touchdown more than they threw picks, right? Felipe had 182 passing yards, but he threw 6. We've seen this before, bro. Is this a problem?
No.
No? Why not?
No.
I need your take on this, and I'm gonna tell you mine.
My personal take on it. You have 2 young quarterbacks, right, leading their team. Both of these coordinators are how can I put this? Balls to the wall, where they know what they're capable of, and it's more about I'm going to do this regardless of what I see or what's out there. And so with you take that in accord with the young players, they force a lot of stuff.
All right, but at some point, if you're DC 404, at some point, you can't keep coming out of games looking like this. 1 touchdown, 6 INTs, 7 INTs, 2 touchdowns, no touchdowns, 5 INTs. Like, that can't be your trend going forward. I think it's this. I don't care you playing with the rookie quarterback is overall probably terrible. He can do some things in the run game for you as well. He is fast enough to do it, and he can throw the ball. He got a strong arm. At some point, you have to play safe. You have to be the game manager with this guy. You're controlling your quarterbacks. You can't keep being reckless throwing multiple picks. At some point, you got to give a fuck enough to want to put this offense together to make it, because it is weapons on this offense right now.
I don't think these 2 are born, quote unquote, born football players.
Okay.
And that's the type of offense that they would need to run in order for that to happen. The game manager mentality. I just don't see it with these 2 guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, but do you get into a situation where you like, man, I ain't the guy that throws 20 picks, fucking 40 fucking picks a season with my quarterback, bro? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, Aaron Rodgers, if it's fucking Jordan Love, or if Felipe Franks at this point right now. I mean, 6 interceptions, too many damn turnovers. At some point, you got to realize, all right, let me do something different here. We stop flinging the ball all over the park and getting that shit picked all over the park. Or are we discrediting the Eagle secondary?
Oh yeah, that secondary is nasty.
I think it's both a little. He definitely shouldn't be throwing around the park, but what are his options in Atlanta? He doesn't have a running back to sustain as many carries as
I mean, Cordell Patterson was his starting running back. He started Cordell Patterson, 11 carries, 4 yards. The guy did do pretty solid, 4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns.
He's an X factor in the backfield.
Yeah.
He's a game changer.
Yeah, he can be, because he can catch the ball out the backfield as well. I want to go to the stats to see if he did catch the ball out the backfield. Shit, right now I don't even see a goddamn foul. Oh, there we go. All right, so we got Regrad 5 catches 39 yards, 5 for 74 for
No catches. No catches.
Hayden Hurts 2 catches 70 yards. Riddler had 1 for 53. Looked like he was trying to bomb this guy. Looked like he was on his YouTube shit. And how the hell did Cal Pitt come out of a game? Your best weapon got 1 catch for 17 yards. What is going on over here?
And Cordell Patterson, nothing. Not even a dump down.
Nah, not even a swing pass, nothing.
Swing
like,
pass, nothing.
With him?
Yeah.
Nothing with him. What's the point of starting him at running back for? I don't know what's going on over there. Cal Pitts for 1 catch and 1 target. Like, oh, that's what we doing today? I don't know, Coach. What's up, baby? Get that shit together over there. Then you go look at this game that was one of the first games played in week 1. Browns at Chiefs. Coach Boone went into Arrowhead, where it's the most noisiest stadium in the league, and won the game by 10, 45-35. Now this is tell us 2 halves in this game. Again, they started off down at 27-7, and then it was a 27-14 ball game going into halftime. Now KC did win the second quarter, 14-8, but then the Browns cleaned it up with 10 points in the fourth quarter to win the ball game. When you look at the quarterback rating, Baker Mayfield, 138.8. Did Boone do whatever he wanted to do in the passing game? He threw for 475 touchdowns and 1 pick. We're talking about Boone with Baker Mayfield. Had him looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the league week 1.
I think both of them did what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
Yes, they did. Except for
defenses played it when they could. It looks like.
Don't look like it was a defense on the field.
Yeah.
Except for the 4 interceptions that was thrown between the 2.
I was about to say people that had turnovers.
Boone was trying to win this game, and I think this is what happened. At first, Boone was on his Booney shit. This nigga asked somebody to do whatever I want. I'm throwing bombs over Baghdad. And then he realized, wait a minute, Patrick Mahomes is on his way back. He's coming back. Oh my God, he's almost coming back. Oh my God, I'm only up by a couple, 4 points or something. Nick Chubb, 13 carries, 108 yards, 8.3, 1 touchdown. Well, we know the Chiefs can't stop the run, so he did exactly that. When Patrick Mahomes has 4 rushes for 35 yards and your starting tailback has 7 for 27, 3.9, it wasn't no run game there at all. But Tyreek Hill has 7 catches, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, although he was targeted 19 times in that game. Odell Beckham, 7 catches, 186. When we all thought Anthony Schwartz would be the guy, Boone a dick ride, Odell had 7 catches for 186 and 3 touchdowns. This is scary because Boone used his weapons. He has Baker Mayfield looking really good. He went to Odell Beckham, who's really his best receiver, and he went to his best running back 13 times.
And he was a Jarvis Landry.
And he's trying to win. He's trying to win right now. You could tell. You could just tell how he played. He's trying to win. Kelsey caught the ball 11 times. With Tyreek had 7 catches for 230. Kelsey had 11 catches for 128 yards. Is he not? This guy. Look. McCole Hardman, 7 catches for 70 yards and touchdown. He is using his weapons over here. Mahomes is getting the ball to the 3 guys that he's supposed to get it to. And then you had Kareem Hunt with 3 carries. This guy averaged 13.3 yards a carry, 40 yards. So the Chiefs really can't stop the run at all over here. I will go to the defensive side of things just to show the interceptions and who did the most. Looks like the rookie had the most picks, with Greg Newsome the second with 2 of them. Darius Harris, a linebacker, and then Denzel Ward had a pick as well. So they were his 3 picks. Man, 45. This is one of the game of the weeks that I thought could go either way. Rob called it double digits. She said Boone will win it by double digits, but I thought that Rich DeBarber could sneak in because I thought Boone would not play the way he played. He showed me that he's locked in and he's trying to knock my head off in the AFC North, and he wants to win the Super Bowl right away. And you know how it is, hitter. You done played in the league when Boone's really locked in for the first year to win until he start losing. Right, and then it's nah, I'm busy, bro. Hell, God, the Hillburgers, and these Packers going to New Orleans and 38-7 these guys, bro.
Yes, he did.
I'm impressed.
All second quarter, too.
I'm impressed. Aaron Rodgers. Hold up. Wait a minute. Anybody else looking at these numbers on Aaron Rodgers right now? Wow.
QBR.
145.6.
Oh
This man
wow.
threw the ball 181
17
yards,
for 18.
2 touchdowns, no picks, man. 17 for 18, bro. The boy even got Jordan Love on the field. Like, all right, we whooping your ass. Let me get Jordan Love on you. 61-1. I mean, that's disrespectful. Hero Burgers, though. Hero Burgers.
What
61.
hero burger was this though?
Oh my
Was this the
God.
hero burger that put the cup down to after the game, or the
Hmm.
hero burgers that had the cup right there the whole time?
I was just about to ask.
I think he
Is
had
this a
the cup
product
there the
of?
whole time, but he locked
Okay.
in. And then when he seen I'm whooping this nigga ass, he started drinking again. And that's why Jordan Love touched the field. He probably was like, man, fuck that. I'm putting my backups and we shit and whooping this guy ass. 61 passing yards from Jordan Love, and he threw a touchdown
Come
and no
fuck with the
picks.
hero.
Come fuck with the hero.
Is this a visual representation of the off-season 22 grind? What's the friend was talking about? Nana was talking about like you don't know which guy. It might have been Craig that said that. You don't know which guys have done what in the off-season as far as like who's been playing.
Nah, but to be real, this is the hero I know right here. This is the hero I know.
And he's right. I was great getting to that too. This is the when he don't feel like being a troll and he want to play. This is that guy. And again, I kept telling y'all, Hero got blessed with one of the best, if not the best team in the game. It's up to him to fuck it up or not fuck it up. I wasn't, I always scream monster offense, but the monster offense goes with his personality. If he's on troll mode, then you get the monster shit, and you get the I don't give a fuck. I'm a dick ride one receiver. I don't care about those picks, Anthony. You know what I'm saying? That's how he coming. But I think this was the Hero Burgers like, let me show these motherfuckers who I am. And this is disrespectful because he did it. Hold up though, Aaron Jones. You never see Hero Burgers run the ball 18 times, bro. 18 carries, bro. 97 yards, 5.4 in a T. Oh my God, I like this Hero Burgers. This Hero Burgers can win this division. All right, Michael Thomas got 4 catches for 114 yards. He scored a touchdown. I just want to go to the Packers stats and see what he did right now. Tight end was involved, 6 catches, 72 yards. Devontae Adams, 5 catches, 69 yards. John Brown, 6 catches, 55 yards. Mercedes Lewis, 3 catches, 27 yards and a touchdown. The ball touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receiver hands. This boy was playing, bro. He was playing. He had New Jersey native Rashad Gary with 2 sacks and Kenny Clark with a sack. Oh my God, he was balling. And then on the back end, Jair Alexander, one of the top corners in the league, had 3, and the rookie Eric Stokes had a pick. Hillburgers, man, this guy gets my player of the week for sure right now, man. We gotta give him his own segment. He gotta come on and talk to me about this sometime tomorrow. I gotta catch him and be like, Burgers, what happened, bro? What type of shit you was on, bro? Let me ask y'all this, man. The Saints. I'm gonna just say this. Coach Fo took the Saints and he asked for them, right? And he didn't take a good game. Now, this is probably one of the Saints never used to be this way. They used to always have a money problem. That's why people didn't like picking them. But this is the worst roster on the game right now. So I do know this. He's fixing some things over there. He come out of the draft class and he trade these players for the right players. Them X factors that he looking to trade, he can't get the draft picks at this point no more because he's loaded with them, right? So he got to trade for players now. So if I was him, I would be giving up those type of X factors for younger players that you got to develop. It's almost like having a draft. That's what he should do. If he does that, then I think he's on the right page. With the moves he making and the capital he got right now, do you think he could turn it around? Because I think he got, even with Coach 4 throwing 6 picks today, he barely lost that game. You got Craig over there who looked like he's gonna dominate that division. Now the Panthers, he hasn't been really actively saying anything in the chat for a while. He gotta get it together before he finds himself somebody else on that team. So I don't know nothing about him right now. We do know him from Madden Franchise Junkies. He can play. He's not a bad player at all. But man, do anybody see anybody testing the Bucks in this division in the NFC South?
Not for the first 3 seasons. As far as the Saints go, I think they're on the 3-season plan right now. Carolina, I don't know what's going on with that situation at all, and I just think I just think the Falcons need to find their niche.
Yeah, Falcons need to figure it out. I think the Falcons are going to draft a quarterback. I don't think he's going to ride out with Felipe Franks. I think he's just using that as his thing this year to see if that's what he want to do moving forward. But he go get him a quarterback. They change things. He need a QB and a running back, and he get those two things. I think he's in a good situation.
Josh Rosen though. I can ball out with Josh Rosen.
Well, see, because that's you the guy that don't look at. Nah, I don't need them to go get me a quarterback. If I was him, I would go get a Colin Kaepernick. He got step in the Snake office to get one of the top quarterbacks on the game as a backup right now. Snake snatched him up just for the trade piece. And if you want him, you gotta trade me. I don't know, but all I know is this. The Broncos and the Giants played 35-21. Max, what happened in this game, man? How was you able to be successful and pull this out? Was it what we've been hearing? The Broncos just don't have a quarterback.
28 points in the fourth.
Who scored 28 in the fourth?
The Giants.
Oh shit, the Giants did. 7-7 ball game in the first, 0-0 in the. Oh, they played defense in this game, bro. They was motherfucking going at it. 28-14 in the fourth quarter. All right, I don't know where the hell Max went. He probably motherfucking licking his girl butt right now, butt bitch. But Drew Lock was the starting quarterback already. He was 92.6, and the kid Daniel Jones had a 92.1 QB rating. 1 through 3 picks and 3 touchdowns. The other one through two picks and 2 touchdowns. So this was the defensive game. Outside of, hey Saquon, 22 carries, 176 yards, 8 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. He went dummies. I thought Javonte Williams looked like he was getting off to a good start. 5 carries, 25 yards, 5 yards a carry, and then we didn't give him the ball anymore. Even Gordon had 5 yards. On 1 carry. He was averaging 5 yards a carry too. They went to the passing game. KJ Hamler showed that he's a speed demon. 8 catches, 124, 15.5 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. Shepard had 3 catches. Ingram had 5 in the touchdown. Javonte Williams out the backfield. Check down. Charlie, 6 and 58, 9.7. Cortland Sutton, 4 for 57. And then you had, I don't know who this kid is, Andrew Beck, 2 catches, 30 yards from the fullback position. He scored a touchdown as well. Noah Fant touched the ball once. Saquon caught 2 passes, 9 yards a catch. And Jerry Jeudy kind of got shut, 2 for 15 down here. Not going to cut it. All right, again, I think the quarterback situation. Can we bail Jimbo out, though, and say it's the quarterback right now?
That and it being the first legitimate game of the season.
Yes, sir. I agree with it. We will not. This Jimbo will turn it around and turn it into wins faster than you think he would. Right? I know that. I think we all can attest to that. He's definitely a dog on this game, and I can see him turning it around really fast. All right. We go from there. We keep on going down. And what else was left to see play right now? The Bears and the Rams didn't play. Dolphins and the Patriots did play. All right. So this was opening night. Nano came out and ran the ball for 300 plus yards on young Camden. Simple as that. He couldn't stop the run game with Nano. That tells me Nano got J.K. Dobbins. First of all, that was the move that, saved Nano's ass at the end of the day. Now, you could say, Ant, you looked him out because of your boy, giving this and that. Nah, I looked him out because I got a plan for myself. He wanted the running back. I don't think too many other people would have asked for him, so I went to who I knew would want the running back. So he got him a dog over there now to go at that offensive line. Simple as that. Is Nano in a good situation? Because without J.K. Dobbins, I didn't even have Nano coming in 3rd place in this division.
I mean, I don't know. I think Ramondre probably would have shown out this season and given the opportunity. And he still has James White on the roster. I mean, I think J.K. Dobbins just put him over the edge. That's my personal opinion.
J.K. Dobbins said, the J.K. Dobbins move said, all right, Coach Nano and Belichick, go win your division, and let's see you play in the playoffs and possibly get to the AFC Championship with that run game like that. Oh my God. Again, it still comes down to, we talk about him passing the football, but he threw 2 touchdowns in this game. Matt Jones, 2 touchdowns. He only threw for 91 yards. This guy had 7 completions, 9 yards. Oh my God, right? So here we go. 7 and 9. 7 completions, 9 attempts. He barely threw the fucking football, but he did throw 2 touchdowns. This is what I wanted to see right here. Tua Tagovailoa. Tag with 110.4. He threw 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tag didn't lose this ball game at all. It was because the one thing I'm gonna tell you right now is the Dolphins have a really good secondary. And they got one of the fastest receiver cores on the game. What I do see here was Tua look really good right now, and that's scary. If young Camden, they can find a run game over there, this can be a problem, and I don't think this division will be easily won by anybody over here. Right now, the Bills are 0-2. They struggling. They just took a real beat down to the Dolphins, and that's how you come back from a loss, man. You come back from a loss and you play your next game, and you go out there and you take it to the next player you play. Let me ask you this: do you see this division beating up on each other, or do you think it's going to be somebody winning it all the time?
Let me go look and see who all over here.
All right, so you got Junior, the old Bears coach from RDL, Bill Walsh, West Coast style offense with Josh Allen over there. Then you got young Camden over there with Tua Tagovailoa. Not a strong run game when we know he's going to be a strong runner himself, but he got the fastest receiver core in the game. Waddle, Fuller, even little Grant over there, speed burner, speed demon. My question would have always been Tua. Can Tua get it done? It seems like he can get it done with Tua. Now we get to the run game. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins, 20 carries, 249 yards, 12.4 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. That's not going to cut it, man. 12.4 yards a carry, and he carried the ball 20 times. He was untouched. He was getting first downs down every time he touched the ball. There go my boy Salvon Ahmed. He's the fastest running back over here, so of course he got the start. 17 carries, 89 yards. 5.2. Now, in most games, this is a good day, but when you got a guy like J.K. Dobbins average 12.4 yards a carry, James White averaged 10.2 yards a carry, Damian Harris averaged 19 yards a carry, and then the big bruiser. This is why I told you he wouldn't get it done with him, because he ain't got the speed, enough speed for him to do anything with him. 2.7 yards a carry, did score on the goal line. But that's 3 running backs over down there. One almost had 20 yards a carry. The other one had 10.5, and then the starter had 20 carries for 12.4. The Dolphins are in a situation where it looks like they can't stop the run.
Right now, yes. But I think this division, I think things might change later on in the season, maybe next season.
I think things gonna change right the fuck now. I don't think
these
nobody's
two
safe over
figure
here.
out how to stop Nano and his run game. And
It's a difference when you gotta play Nano once a year, though, hitter, right? When you gotta play Nano once a year, he can come sneak up on you with this run game. But when you seeing it twice a season for 7 seasons straight, things get a little chippy over there, because you start to see it so much, you start to understand what to do against it. So to me, I just think it comes down to it. But here's the problem: the Bills are always going to be in the mix. But until the Bills can run the football and stop the run, he gonna hate this game and not like it at all, and he might not have the energy that he had in RDL. So right now, until I see that with the Bills, which I thought they had the better team right away to win the division day one, but right now, I don't know. I think as confident as I am about Nano, I'm just as confident about young Camden winning this division year one.
It's definitely a toss-up. It's all about who puts it together first.
Right. All right, so let's go look at this receiver core. I want to stay on the Dolphins right now. Jasicki is balling. 7 catches, 150 in the touchdown. And there's my kid, Walking Waddle. 21.2 yards a catch, so he walking Waddle. So I can't, you know what I mean? I'm a tough act to follow with this guy. In fact, let's talk about a trade. Let me get him off your hands real fast. 5 catches, 106 yards, 21.2 yards a catch, and a touchdown. He balled out. Running back caught a pass, both of them. Caught total of 3 passes together. Now when you go to Nano and you look at the passing game, it's going to be brief, but oh my God, N'Keal Harry, 2 catches, 37. He woke him up. 2 touchdowns, solid. James White out the backfield, that's a smart thing to do. And then you got Hunter Henry at tight end. I like that. So I think Nano could throw the ball. He doesn't really have an impressive receiver core, but he got with that run game and that offensive line, he got enough weapons at the receiver position to make things a little interesting over here. But it comes down to the Patriots and their offensive line, bro. They are loaded on the offensive line, and they can do a lot of good things with that. You do know the Dolphins got a front 7 that's coming. It's up and coming. I don't think it's all the way here yet, but it's up and coming when you see that front 7. I think they're going to be a problem eventually. And when those guys' awareness get up 5 points more and they get a couple games on their belt, those runs don't go for 12.4 yards a carry. They start to come down a little bit. And when you could bring that run average down a little bit per carry, now you're putting guys in situations where third down becomes 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and you have to pass the ball. And when he has to pass the ball, he's playing your game now. So I don't know, bro. I had the Bills winning this division, but after the 0-2 start, bro, I got to jump off the Bills bandwagon right this second. And I got to go with, I was impressed with week 2 with young Camden did to the Bills. So I don't know, man. Until Nano plays this game, I don't know. I think I'm ready to go with young Camden to win this division, bro. Ooh, I'm ready to go with young Camden to win this division. I just think he got something cooking up over here right now, man.
I like his secondary.
He got. Look, when we talked about Peters and Slade being the top 2 tandems, it's cool. But then you go look at one. He got an X Factor and a superstar as his top 2 corners. And it doesn't just stop there. Let's take a look at Camden's team for a second, man. I got my boy Trilly over there. Oh my God. Yo, give me Trill, bro. Stop playing. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me get my guy, dog. I need my boys back. Let me get my guy. So we're gonna start with the secondary first. Here's what I like about it. Let's go to the Dolphins. Apologize, I was on my team. Let's go to the Dolphins real fast before we clean up. All right. Eric Rowe, 89 speed, 89 excel. Okay. Brandon Jones. 90 speed, 90 excel. These guys can be worked with. They got good speed on the back end. They better play some football. I'm not mad at it. Anytime you got an 81 overall and a 71, you can work with that, right? Then you go to the safety part. This is the part I like a lot. You got the veteran Jason McCourty, right? And then you got the young boy Javon Holland, who's the best cover safety in the draft right now. He tired of shit. You can see the reds happening over there. But he already 80 overall, good speed. So on the back end, he's solid with a veteran back here that got good speed too. And if I was him, I would probably move Jason McCourty to the strong safety. But that's what he should do, not me, or whatever he does. But then Xavier Howard is a shutdown. I don't know why he got his own hawk on him when he need that motherfucking shutdown, but whatever. Byron Jones is a shutdown as well. He's on superstar. Then you come through that, my boy Triller over here, Trill Williams. Now it ain't the Trill Williams I made with the 92 speed, because he has a pro day that happened. This is his 40. I can't give him something that he doesn't deserve at this point now. But Trill Williams is going to be a good player. He got 65 man, 70 zone, 80 press, and he's still a tackler. Remember, Trill can play either or, safety or corner for this team. He's a tweener. And having a tweener, that means you can do a lot of things with him as far as formation subbing and stuff, right? And then you got a corner that got big hit power right now, so he's gonna be a big guy in the run. Then you go down here and you got the young boys down here that can develop into something special right now too. And I like him. Noah, 91 speed, 92 excel. I don't see this guy touching the field, although you never know. I like the secondary over here. They got a solid ass secondary for sure. But then we got Jalen Phillips, who's really a put your hand in the dirt guy. He can stand up, but he's a edge rusher more than he's a coverer guy. So me personally, I wouldn't want him at defensive end, but it is what it is. Jerome Baker's an animal. You got good speed with Duke Riley, and not bad speed with Landon Roberts. So he's solid there. At that left outside linebacker, we need some help there. Raekwon Davis at D tackle, and then you got John Jenkins. What happened over here? So I know what's going on. This will be my D tackle right here, and Christian Wilkins probably. But you got a good big D end over here, and then you already know what Emmanuel Agba doing. He balling out for him right now. All right, so he gotta get some work over here, get that front seven a little better, in my opinion. But it can do, and I think this is a playoff roster right now. Especially defensively, they can't hold it down because that secondary solid. On the offensive line, got the rookie. Anytime you got 70s and above, you in a situation. All right, so we're there now. He want to run it back in the worst way. I'm surprised he didn't trade for one or come get Justice Hill from me. Oh my God. I guess they don't be checking trade chat, whatever. But then Tua is everything. What do you do? Is he your franchise quarterback? Can you build around him? Can you play with him? And if he can answer these questions, I think he can win his division and play in the playoffs, and not only be in a wild card being a wild card game. I think he can get to the divisional round. right now with the roster as is. Especially with that speed at receiver right now, when guys running by everybody. As simple as that. I like the Dolphins, man. I still think the Bills got the better roster right now, but he's struggling with the emotions and playing the game right now. So until he get himself out of his slump, guys gonna slump him. Simple as that. Anyway, we leave with the Dolphins, man. I like Harold Burgers. That's my praise player of the week, and I'm going with the Dolphins when we go to week 2 already because of that score I saw over there. And Hits the Franchise Guru, we was on late as a motherfucker, and we did it with the crew, and my boy always got my back. You heard, hitter, spitter, we do what we do. Holla at us.